Alright, and we're recording. Hey gang, Andy here, and I'm making this video to ask you guys a question. For the most part, you guys know that I use just two cameras for the majority of my videos. I have used different cameras in the past, but nowadays, at least at the time of this recording, I use just two. My main camera is just the one on my phone, my Motorola Droid 4, and I use it mostly because it's always on me, and I can just take videos on the go, take pictures on the go, and if it's something really quick, I can even just upload it to my YouTube straight from the phone. No edits, no nothing, just bam, there you go. So I really like the convenience of that, but the main disadvantage is that the image quality isn't, up to snuff with this camera right here, which is my Canon PowerShot SX 230HS. I really like this camera, and it has a lot of stuff about it that I like as opposed to my phone. The image quality is better, sound quality is a little bit better, it's at least on par, but I use it mostly for image quality. But the thing is, with this camera, the battery life is a real issue. It's a very power-hungry beast. So I'm in the market for a new camera. Now, I'm not going to be buying this anytime soon, simply because, I have to save up for it, and I'm going to be moving to Japan in about a month. So I have that to worry about as well. So, but I still like something that I can, focus on, keep an eye on, and have something to work for, when I get out to Japan, because the Japanese are really into cameras and stuff like that. So I'll definitely be able to get these out there. I'm gonna put a link down below for you guys to check out between the two cameras that I'm debating between. So with that said, let's get down to the comparisons. The two main cameras that I'm currently debating between are the Canon PowerShot SX 280HS, which is like 2 or 3 upgrades beyond this camera right here, as well as the Sony CyberShot HX50V. I really like Sony's cameras. They have really good image quality, very good stabilization. In most cases, I don't really like the saturation of the colors. They're a little too bright and kind of cartoony looking in some cases. But I think maybe if I go in there and fiddle with the settings, I could probably downplay that. I don't know, but anyway, let's get on with the comparisons that this link here has for the two cameras. So right here we have the Sony CyberShot HX50V, and down below here we have the Canon PowerShot SX280. Right here at the Sony CyberShot, the main advantages the CyberShot has over the PowerShot is that the zoom is much higher. The PowerShot only has a 20x zoom, while the CyberShot has a 30x zoom, compared to the current PowerShot that I have, which only has a 14x zoom. Now keep in mind this is optical, digital is higher, but generally speaking I don't like to use digital for image quality purposes, but in a pinch I can use it. They both have GPS, which kind of iffy on. The Sony CyberShot screen has a higher resolution. The battery life is almost double that of the PowerShot, which is a really big advantage that it has over the PowerShot. And also the main feature of the HX50V is that it has a little hot shoe mount right here on top of the camera, so I can stick in like my Zoom H1 external mic straight onto the camera without having to fiddle around with a mount or something like that. So that's really cool. All this good stuff comes at a price. So the Sony CyberShot, excuse me, geez, I can't talk today, is going for about $450 on Amazon, whereas the Canon PowerShot is going for $329. So greatness comes at a price, I'm afraid. Now compared to the Canon PowerShot, like the CyberShot, it has built-in GPS. It also has a high frame rate for movies, so you can do like slow-mo stuff like that. It has a faster shutter speed, which is good for taking pictures, but I'm mostly using these cameras for videos, so picture taking is just kind of a perk for me. So let's see here, let's go into more of the details. So advantages of the Canon SX 280HS over the Sony HX50V. Higher speed movies for like the super slow motion stuff, which the Sony does not have. Has better maximum light sensitivity. It has 6400 ISO versus Sony's 3200 ISO, so it's 1 f-stop better for all you shutterbugs out there who know the terminology. It's a little bit smaller, which is always good. It's cheaper, about 140 bucks cheaper. It's a little lighter, so it's about 10% lighter, and thinner, it's about 10% thinner as well. So it's aesthetically a much more pleasing camera than the HX50V as far as size and all that stuff goes. so it's a little easier to fit in your pocket. The advantages that the Sony HX50V have over the Canon SX280HS is that it has about 2.5 times more zoom. So 30x zoom versus 20x zoom. A higher resolution screen, it's about 920K dots versus the Canon's 461K dots, which is good for picture view and stuff like that. It also has a significantly longer battery life, like I mentioned. If you're doing it in picture shots, it's 400 shots for the Sony versus Canon's 210 per charge. A slightly better wide angle, 24mm versus 25. Now for wide angle, the smaller the amount, the wider the angle. Having a 24mm is a lot better than like a 25 or a 28 or something like that. And it does support an external flash, but I wouldn't use the horseshoe mount for a flash, like I said. I would use it mostly for an external microphone. That is really cool. Longer exposure times, that's good. A faster max shutter speed, which is always good. Some similarities. They have a built-in GPS, better sensor types, good image stabilization, really fast max shutter speeds. 280HS is 3200 versus the HX50s, which is at 4000, so they're all pretty darn fast. A very narrow, widest aperture size, around f3.5. That's pretty good, I think. I'm not really much of a shutter bug, so I can't really explain everything in super good detail, but here's also some similar cameras as well. You got the Canon PowerShot SX 260, Panasonic, Nikon, another Sony CyberShot, some more power shots. Here's a good look at the two cameras here, and they actually kind of screwed up on this one because this is actually the blue one is actually the SX270, which is exactly the same as the 280, except it does not have the GPS or Wi-Fi capabilities. Now, I'm not real big on the GPS, but I think I can take advantage of the Wi-Fi, which is why I'm, just throwing down the extra 30 bucks for the 280 as opposed to the 270, even though it does come in blue. But I prefer stealth in my shot, so I think I would look a little more professional with a black camera as opposed to a blue one, even though I really want the blue one, but it's whatever. So you got the Canon PowerShot over here on this side, and you got the Sony CyberShot on this side. That side right there. So, here it is, some pictures. And that's pretty much it for this. Okay, so I really look forward to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments below. Feel free to let me know what camera I should pick. And if you guys have a better idea or a better camera that I should go with, also feel free to list it in the comments below. Before you guys go listing off like DSLRs and dedicated camcorders, like I said earlier in the video, for practicality reasons, I don't really like using DSLRs just because they're really heavy and really bulky, and a lot of different places kind of frown upon me using such cameras, which is the same for camcorders, although they are smaller and lighter than DSLRs. A lot of places are a little iffy on using dedicated camcorders. So for point and shoots, they're generally pretty good about that sort of thing, and they don't give me the business in most cases, which is why I'm going with a point and shoot. So like I said, if you guys have any suggestions for other cameras I should get besides the two that I've listed, feel free to listen in the comments below. But like I said, if you're going with like DSLRs or camcorders, that's I'm not going for that. I'm going for more of the point and shoot style. So anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. So yeah, this is TheAndySan, signing out for now. Thanking you guys for tuning in to this video and my other stuff, and also want to thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, send a few friends to the party, and hey, as always, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.